Mr. Reed, originally engaged in sunken ship treasure hunting, led a rather ordinary life until he encountered that particular golf ball. One day, he chanced upon a golf ball that had fallen into a lake due to the player's miss, and suddenly, he saw an opportunity. Donning his diving gear, he plunged into the lake at the Longwood Lock Ridge golf course. To his surprise, he discovered a vast expanse of white at the bottom of the lake, where thousands of golf balls were scattered and piled up. Most of these balls were hardly different from new ones. Upon learning of this, the golf course manager agreed to purchase them at 10 cents each. In just one day, he salvaged over 2,000 balls, earning an amount equivalent to his weekly salary. As time went on, he retrieved balls from the lake daily, took them home for his employees to clean, repaint, package, and sell them at half the price of new balls. Subsequently, other divers caught wind of the opportunity, and the number of divers engaging in this work increased. Mr. Reed took a straightforward approach, purchasing these used balls from them at 8 cents each. Every day, 80,000 to 100,000 of these used golf balls were delivered to his company in Orlando. Presently, his total income has exceeded $8 million. While others may see failure and frustration in golf balls ending up in the lake, Mr. Reed remarked, "I mainly seize opportunities from others' mistakes. Those who are indifferent to everything will not witness miracles. Only those who are adept at discovery will uncover life's treasures." In a prosperous agricultural area, Mr. Weber, a sales representative for FIA Appliances, was conducting a survey. "Why don't these people use appliances?" he asked the district sales representative while passing by a well-managed farm. "They are extremely stingy. You can't sell them anything. Moreover, they have a big grudge against the company. I've tried, but there seems to be no hope." "Perhaps truly no hope," the representative replied. Despite this, Weber decided to give it a try. He knocked on the door of a farmhouse, where an elderly lady cautiously opened the door, then shut it upon seeing him. Undeterred, Weber knocked again, and this time, when the door opened, she vented her frustrations about the company. "I'm sorry to disturb you. I'm not here to sell appliances. I just want to buy some eggs," Weber said. She opened the door a bit wider, looking skeptical. "I noticed your excellent Dominique chickens. I'd like to buy a kilogram of fresh eggs." Weber continued. The door opened a bit more. "How did you know my chickens are Dominique's?" she asked, now curious. "I raise chickens myself," Weber replied, "but I've never seen such fine Dominique chickens before. Why don't you eat your own eggs then?" she asked, still somewhat suspicious. "Because my chickens lay white eggs. Of course, as you know, when baking cakes, brown eggs are superior to white eggs. My wife takes pride in her cakes." At this point, the lady relaxed and stepped out, showing a friendlier demeanor. Meanwhile, Weber's eyes wandered and noticed a nicely arranged cowshed on the farm. "I bet you make more money from your chickens than your husband does from the dairy cows," Weber remarked. She was delighted to hear this. Indeed, she was making a good profit. She invited Weber to see her chicken coop. Shortly after, she mentioned that some of her neighbors had installed appliances in their chicken coops and had seen excellent results. Seeking Weber's advice, she inquired about the value of installing appliances. 2 weeks later, Weber provided appliances to the farmhouse. Everyone desires to be valued and praised. When individuals receive genuine respect and acknowledgement, they are more open to accepting constructive advice from others. One evening, 3 travelers checked into an inn. The next morning, as they prepared to leave, one traveler took an umbrella, another took a cane, while the third traveler carried nothing. When they returned in the evening, the one with the umbrella was soaked to the skin, the one with the cane was covered in bruises, but the third traveler was unharmed. Perplexed, The first two travelers asked the third, "How did you manage to stay unscathed?" The third traveler remained silent and instead asked the traveler with the umbrella, "Why did you get wet instead of injured?" The traveler with the umbrella replied, "When the heavy rain came, I boldly walked in the rain because I had an umbrella, unaware of how I got soaked. When I traversed the muddy and rugged road, I was cautious due to the lack of a cane, carefully choosing the smoothest path to avoid getting hurt." Then he turned to the traveler with the cane and asked, "Why did you get injured, but not wet?" The traveler with the cane explained, "When the heavy rain arrived, I avoided getting wet by finding sheltered spots to walk under. However, while navigating the rough and muddy path, I used the cane for support, but somehow ended up with bruises." The third traveler chuckled and said, "That's why I remained unharmed. When it rained, I dodged it, and when the path was treacherous, I treaded carefully. I neither got wet nor injured. Your mistake was relying on your advantages, thinking they would shield you from harm, which led you to get soaked and injured."